We are left with the 3 games with the Magesi, Durban, and Orbit College.
We are close to reach the top of the mountain and to definitely to take this red flag.
I want us to take it.
Orbit is fighting for relegation. They're not going to sit and give it to us.
The games currently are saying that all teams are looking for points for different reasons.
3 o'clock game, driving to the stadium, you see the traffic, you see supporters already making their way to the stadium.
We can't disappoint our supporters, you know. You could feel that tension.
It's a game of consequence for Orbit, a game of consequence for Orlando Pirates.
Personally, I was a little bit nervous. You know, as they say in football, the ball is around. Anything can happen.
If we don't manage this level of excitement and understand that our job is to die on that field, we've got nothing in our hands.
We come from the Stellenbosch game. Obviously, emotions are high. Everyone is happy that we won. But the weather was very cold. Most of us had flu.
Oh, what a tough game for the guys. Obviously, watching on TV is different to being on the pitch, you know, where you can get really emotional and you can shout. The guys played well. It was a tough game. It was the one we really wanted to win. Like we say, we don't worry what's happening with the other team. We don't follow them. We fight our own race. We run our own race. So basically, we're running with blinkers. We don't want to see who's next to us. We're just focusing on the tape at the end there for us to break it first with our chest.
Again! That's gone all the way through! One good thing was that everything was in our control. I thought that was important, but that was control that was also dangerous. I thought we had a healthy goal average in competition with the opponent, so we were in control in the sense that we still have to play the 3 games, all of them, and win them.
But coming back to the game, for me, watching it on TV and seeing 2 of our boys get injured, Muremi and Masindi, yeah, it didn't look too good. There were a few, obviously, bumps and bruises from the game. It was quite physical, but nothing too serious to prepare for the next game, which will be Magesi. The mood was very good. The belief was there. The belief was stronger. The guys were happy. The guys were fighting. The guys were training hard. The guys are really pushing. Guys are kicking each other, and guys are getting up after they get kicked. They're no longer laying there, rolling around. That is how motivated they are. Nobody wants to show, I've got a knock. No one wants to show that I'm injured. I want to make that 20. I want to be on that plane or on that bus to go and play Magesi.
Play. 1. Let's play.
We are left with the 3 games with the Magesi, Durban, and Orbit College. For us, it's 3 finals.
The games currently are saying that all teams are looking for points for different reasons, and we're going to go there in Polokwane and give our best.
Guys, please, I want your attention, please. Junior, please.
Yeah, nearly must win because Naganale 62 points. The defending champions were 65. But we had a game in hand.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My biggest fear, and the discussions that we had as a technical team was sometimes the mistake that we make is to look at the name and not the team. Sometimes when the name will always give you something incorrect. What looks obvious becomes the most dangerous, and the teams that we're going to play against were also having a certain purpose and interest in points.
For the Magesi game, definitely we knew that Muremi and Masindis is going to be out. Muremi was still close, do you know what I mean? He was touch and go, but I don't think he'll make the game. Masindis definitely won't make the game because unfortunately his injury is quite severe. The positive side of everything is both the players are there.
You have 2 minutes to drink. We are close to reach the target. We are close to touch the moon. For us, we just have to keep professional, focus, concentrate, united. But most important for me, it's the attitude, behavior inside our team.
If we become history makers, which is what we're trying to do, it will be the most historic moment in the country, historic moment for the players, historic moment for all of us, or all people that are involved around Pirates.
And again, the last word that I can say, it's not the fact that we wear the same jersey that make a team. It's the fact that we are sweating together inside this shirt that makes us a team.
The same organization, the same aim to help the opponent. We are not here to joke, eh? We are not here to joke. We are here for mission, guys. Huh? The same spirit, the same spirit, my brother. Yeah.
When we prepared for Magesi, my worst scenario was the games being played at different times. Remember, the opponents played before us. And we were warming up at that time. The worst scenario was in the change room where we have to control the players not to be on the phones, to check what was happening with the opponents. We have a young technical team also on the phones. You find them in the corners, that the scoreline before halftime is so massive. That was my biggest worry.
Look, there is pressure. You do see one or two guys that are thinking, oh, the pressure's too much. But that is where maybe some more older, more mature people come in and call we can pick it up. We can see, you're not okay today. And they'll say, the pressure, I'm nervous. Don't be nervous, man. You know what I mean? It's a game. You're doing something you love. Go out there and just express yourself. Whether we win, whether we lose, as long as you do your best.
1, 2, 3, play!
So we're going into that match, which was the most difficult, knowing what's happening on the other side. The goal average is being threatened because from the way things look like, I think in the 60th minute, already it was 6 or 5. Now you are thinking what we thought was an advantage of the goal average is no longer the advantage because it looked like it was going to 16 and 15.
I think I feel more composed and relaxed because ne re patela fela 3 points gona ne sa batle ne se focus ta go di goal. So I think ke mo ne re sna pressure.
But I liked how we compose ourselves as a team. But again, it was one of our worst starts. The opponents had a transition nearly scored.
Kodwa ke khona iSundowns ke connect sibheka manje lapha ke baya phambili ke ipass lapha ke wayifanga ngemove ibhola ke lasala ngemove ke lapha ke umusani.
We passed the striker on the second moment. So we were very rattled as a team, which I understood.
didn't take long. Well, we saw Mamelodi Sundowns run riot here earlier on. Maswanganyi gets a scoring started here for Orlando Pirates, just waltzing through that defense.
Even I could see the coach was also rattled. When Tito scored, nobody celebrated. They take the ball from the net, they run into the center. For me, I learned a team that understands the purpose, understands the situation that we're in. One of the toughest matches, but not the best of matches we played, but I thought we played for the result.
Here's Rene Mofokeng teeing up Maswanganyi. Still alive! 2-0.
Just proud that we could overcome Magesi in that position, in that hostile environment.
Add to that goal difference, sends the keeper the wrong way. It's 3-0. Referee Tadon Zanzeka has blown the whistle to end it all. And Pirates at least got an opportunity to play within themselves, conserve a bit of energy.
Going to the next game, Durban City.
Post the Magesi game, you could hear the whispers. Durban City is going to be tough, guys. The champions of the Nedbank Cup, they've taken our trophy and taken it to themselves. And do you know what I mean? So it was going to be tough.
Yeah, I know the game day 2. I got Durban City. Before game at Durban City, Chess Galaxy Gila Sundowns. Then obviously it's an advantage because I win a game day 2, I win the league.
Durban City is not going to sit down and just give it to us. The Orbit is fighting for relegation. They're not going to sit and give it to us. So until we get the results, we've not made it. And I just feel that, if we don't manage this level of excitement and understand that our job is to die on that field, we've got nothing in our hands. It's important that we reiterate that message, and that's why I said to you, I wanted you to tell them that. I don't know if you managed to tell them and whether the training that you've done represents that.
You can hear guys already start saying, I don't unfortunately know the Durban City players' names, but this guy, when he runs, he does this. When he runs, he does this. So watch him, talk to him. And that's without coaches being there. That's without, it's just guys working tactically themselves. So you can see that they're watching the games, they're watching the players because they know what to do, when to do it. And it also shows you that they want this trophy. They really, really, really want the trophy.
As Kosana always says, the luck, the fortune is on your side. God is saying, how badly do you want it? How badly are you prepared to suffer for it? Even in how you're setting up the team, it's got to represent that. It's got to represent that this is not an ordinary occasion. If you can see the excitement, it just tells you how much this means. If you can see the faces of the people of Sundowns, you can see how much it means to them. If you can see how they were fighting even when they went down, it tells you what it takes to be able to take the title away from these people. It's not an easy thing. To move Sundowns from the helm is not an easy thing. But what becomes even worse is to stay there. It's in your hands, really. I think we've all done everything we can do. The man doesn't find the moment finds the man.
A very important game, guys. I think I don't have to describe you the importance of the game. The most difficult has been done. So for me, this game, it should not be at all a pressure for anybody. Avoid all what the external environment can say. Don't think that we already get the trophy. We are close. We are close. You did well.
So going to the Durban City game, first leg re bajile 2-0 and very difficult. No le thata game yo re gorile ka mistakes tsa bona. So I think obviously ne re tseba re tlo ba difficult game yo.
The biggest burden of playing in arena is that we knew already that it was a fully packed stadium, sold out. Now you understand the expectation. It was our last match playing in our home venue. Hence, the supporters were expecting a win. When the match started, you could hear the noise. But it reached a stage where you wouldn't think that it was a fully packed stadium, where it was quiet.
Necessarily under pressure.
There's Oswin upon us. Touch maybe got a little bit away from him as Frederick Asare is forced to fly across goal here.
The coach, di batla tlale bole fast. Di batla re nke di quick throw in, quick corners. So everything ne tlamle e rush. So I think le gona re kentse ke le lo ntho re everything a etla retsa fast. So ke yona ntho e ntseng re dule re tata ntho mo lengwe re etsang re tatile.
Currently 12 as Sibilibili launches it.
If you take a look, the chances of the shooting outside of the box, it's a shoot out because retatili. I think if national patience, we can get the ball boxing. Didn't say the intermediate anxiety. They make a total chances enough for Mara. Once on a rush in a shooter, abo left, shoot out ready, you pass out ready.
Believing in predestination, you imagine the players that were rattled. Now playing the occasion in that match, knowing how massive it could be. If we win that day, you win the league. I could see the players carrying the shoulder and the emotions. We have never been in this position, most of us, including most players. Now, when you see the players who has been the best in the team, making the mistakes that they were making in that match.
Ufukeng finding Hotto, lifts it in, Atonis!
I've never seen us taking shots from that range. I saw centre backs joining the attack like we were playing the last game of the last game of our lives. I thought maybe hindsight, with all that, us not being structured, patient, like we're always approaching matches. I thought on that day we did not follow that. But I do understand the occasion maybe became too big for our young players. What I don't appreciate with opponents, when they try and stop our team, sometimes they use things that are outside and anti-football. Why the coach fought maybe with the opposite bench is that the guy kicked Mutuma. In fact, for me, I thought it was a very serious foul that should have been penalized.
The tackles that we were making, kicking our players and their technical staff uploading that. Yes, they are fighting for their own issues, top 8 and all of that. We get that. It's part of the game, but it had some element of it's personal and it's like they're doing it for the whole country against this one team.
If it's still within the laws of the game, it's fine, but not what I've seen with Durban City and with other opponents. That Mutuma was kicked. He came out, they put a bandage on his knee, and he couldn't continue because of the injury. Not by his choice, but I think he was seriously injured.
That kind of left a bitter mark in us, and we might have scores to settle with them in the upcoming seasons, because now we know how they feel about us and we know how they feel about our group.
The resistance that I saw from Durban City and the celebration after they got to the point, Hindsight, then we learned that they wanted a point to secure the top 8. And they were even promised bonuses, those, that's their change room talk, for them to get a point in Orlando, which is not easy. They achieved that, hence the celebration. But the way they were stubborn, I did not see a team that played to win Durban City. I saw a team that was just willing to resist that Pirates doesn't score. And exactly, we didn't score.
And for us to see them celebrate like they've won the league, only to get a point, also told us that not everyone really wants us to win the league. If we don't do it for our own selves, we have a lot of people that are gonna be celebrating our downfall, and you know our supporters, how they are in the social media with other teams, and the banter that was waiting for them. Even I started seeing my own picture circulating, people already waiting to kind of bash the words that are said at the start of the season.
This is a winning league, and this is a winning league.
Now you can see the weight of the expectation. You're trying to be responsible, you're trying to be calm, but at the same time you cannot run away from what you hear from outside.
We need to respect Orlando Pirates. Pirates is not just a team. This is not AS Vita. This is not Marumo Gallants. You can't disrespect Orlando Pirates fans like this.
That's not about the coach, but see the emotion behind this guy. So I always say we are not employed at 53. There is just part. We are employed on the street. Nina, you are all working. Tina, we are being worked.
The week before, people were already in celebration mode. And to pause that, and now from celebration mode to the stress of, hey, can we do it? And we've not done it. Now, millions of hopes from our supporters are lying on these young players, with this new coach, with this group of people that have never imagined themselves going through something like this. That on its own made a lot of things, like we got so much pressure from it.
I think obviously the Lemona days are sold out too, so obviously we expect re win because but le ka ofela ba tlatse stadium and re home. So I think Lebanon obviously never expect re tlo win mara obviously le gona ha re tswa re jwetsa re lo win. Re lo tlalla win obviously re tle mona re tlo tlala draw ka bo re tlo jeo. Obviously ntungwe lengwe re tsa ntungwe lengwe ka kgonong re kgone win. Mara sometimes obvious bolo na le di results e 3 tida wa loser wa draw ka pa win because do win. So tlamle ba understand hore ha eso fail.
It was a very difficult week of preparation in the sense that you can see the mental overload in the technical team. You can see the stress on the players. We all pretended that we don't see it. No matter how much we were speaking about it, you will see in the explosive nature of the training sessions.
Hi guys.
If you want to see whether something is not normal, you will see a behavior that is not normal with our players. And even in the meetings, the way we addressed meetings, it was not usually the same way.
We create a lot of chance. We create a lot of value, but we don't have any big chances. It's for me, it's nonsensical. Like it's actually laughable. Like, are you guys comfortable going through the same things every day and saying, okay, yeah, this is what we did, but we talk about these things, but nothing happens. Then we sit here, and when we come to this board, we're going to then perpetuate the same thing. And then we're going to make people like Durban City come and say the words like, Pirates is just a name. We do that. We give people the thinking that they can disrespect this badge and say, Pirates is just a name. That statement doesn't make me sleep. For someone to have the guts to say that.
You could start to feel that, okay, this is a high pressure game. And now imagine how long that week felt for the people inside the club. But everyone at the club tried to remind everyone that please stay calm and then stay focused.
From a personal point of view, at the hospital I work at, from the time I get into the gate till I get into the wards, everybody is, you have to do it this weekend. You have to do it this weekend. And all I tell them is, we're going to do it. We are going to do it. I'm not making excuses. And that's what I tell the players. Just tell the supporters in the street, when you're buying bread, when you're putting in petrol, we're going to do it. Relax, we're going to do it. The pressure is there, we'll take the pressure and we can manage it.
It was a very difficult week, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. We could feel the tension also, not just in us as players, but at the technical staff also. We could see what they want us to do. We felt that tension when that it's not the same. But the preparation was a bit tense. At least we knew already something like this was going to come, you know. So that's why also that's why we had that braai also with the team, just to know, to tell the youngsters what's going to happen in the week that is coming. So I feel the call that I made for the gents to say, no, let's just come together, I think it helped a lot, because we knew that the week was going to be a hectic week going into our last match.
And I have to give a shout out to TH, because he called me and he said, hey, TP, I think because of what everyone was going through this week and because of how the game went, I think we must go and have a braai, whereby we are just within each other and we just talk, because now there's too much noise outside, and those noise, we don't know how much they're affecting the team.
I think go relax. I think if re fana ka ntho le nngwe, I think re tlo win game. So tlamile fela re relax, re tsebe re dlale ntho ntse re dlala season kaofela. Re ska dlala occasion, re ska tatela o gasha o gala di bolo pele o etsang. Tlamile re win ke master win 5-4, even if re win 1, I think it's sharp. Because ntho re hlokang ke 3 points.
Our players know what is required and know what to do. Funny enough, one of the players told me yesterday is, how can I calm down? And the simple thing was, listen to music. Don't go out with friends this week. Stay at home. Switch your phone off. I mean, the phone can also be a problem.
The emotional state of the whole team, technical team and players, knew, and you could see that it was a big match, trying to achieve what has not been achieved in so many years.
We had the belief that, no, we're going to take this league at the last game, you understand? We are not going to go to that game and disappoint the club, our fans, and ourselves, you understand? So definitely going to that game, we are going to take this.
And especially me personally, being here so long and being in this situation before, we can't do it because why? I just like doing things on the last day. We've done it the last 3 times, we've done it on the last day.
Okay, good morning, guys. I see a lot of you make a very nice haircut, fresh. It's good. You need to give me the address, eh? Because I have a problem with my corners as well.
Going to the Orbit game, first of all, we're not sure where we're going to play the game, but we knew that we're not going to be playing in their home province. because of the field was not available, the bigger one, the Royal Bafokeng Stadium. Then we find out that we're gonna be playing in Mbombela, which is a familiar ground for us. That's where our MTN success came.
I'm sure they couldn't use Joburg for the obvious reasons, because it will look like they've taken the game into Pirates.
For us also, as players and as a club also, we felt like, I don't know how many trophies we lift up in Mbombela. So we had that painting already to say we have never disappointed our fans and the club playing a match in Mbombela.
For us, it's very important to keep the seriousness. And starting with the studying of that team, we wanted to show you the weaknesses of these two goalkeepers. We don't know which one is going to play.
Orbit was so difficult in terms of analysis, because when you play Orbit, you really don't know what to expect. When we played them the first game, they pressed us in a 4-4-2 diamond. When we played the other match with them in the preseason, they played in a low block. When the analysis looked at them playing other matches, their previous match, they approached the match differently. Now, which one do you go for? Especially a game of consequence, and sometimes we read so much from what the coaches say. Their assistant coach came into the media and he says the decision of winning or not winning the league lies with them. And remember, they are also fighting relegation. They had to win the match. So it's a game of consequence for Orbit, a game of consequence for Orlando Pirates.
Seasons before, we really struggled against the so-called small teams where everyone expects us to win. Home and away at times, we struggle to get points against those teams. And it's something that has been lingering in the group to say, how do we get over these games? How do we find a way to win these games? The funny part is it could have been doomed as the case at the start of the season, where we played against Marumo away. We have dominance over the first 45 minutes. We got to the halftime. We should have been 3-0 up, but that was not the case, and we end up losing the game. There's people who are deeming us as that team that, with Pirates, it's always the same case. They will do well against the big teams, but there's the games that they don't win, it's these smaller teams. Even some coaches even alluded to that, opposition coaches. People will think of the 5-0s, the 6-0s, and you think, we can score these goals, but those games where you get over the line with your 1-0s are the most important at the end. And in those games, it's where you see the character of the troop. You have a game against Siwelele away, we're struggling. You find and Apolis finds a way.
Makopa. Oh, what a finish! So many times recently he's emerged off the bench.
We played the Richards Bay team away in Mhlatuze, and they're trying to make it a fortress. Some teams struggle there. We go there, we start the game well, we don't score, and then they score.
Gets the header in, and then there's the goal. Brilliant!
We come from behind, we equalize, we're thinking, okay, now we will get over the line. And they score again. Now we are 2-1 down, we're chasing the league, all the pressure that we have. We are neck and neck with Sundowns, but we still find a way.
Siema, can he be the hero? Yes, he can!
Siema, last part of the game, outside the box, scores the equalizer, we get the point. And that point, at the time, people said the league is gone. But those small margins, they play a factor, because now that point is the difference at the end of the day.
We are close to reach the top of the mountain and to definitely to take this red flag. And you've been doing so well. You know how we want to play. You know the game plan. You know how we want to defend, how we want to attack. And after, it's your game. I want you to enjoy the moment, to play, to win that game, of course. But I think I'm convinced that you are going to do the job. It's you now.
I want us to take it. I'm putting every effort and every prayer into us taking it. There's people that I respect that I don't mention by name. When you look at the sacrifices that they've made for this club to be where it is, it will be good. Not only for them, this club was established in 1937, but Soweto was established, I think, in 1930, and Orlando was the first one to be established. When this club wins, the celebration does not only happen within the club. Whether you talk politicians, you talk ministers, whether you say it in Africa, you say it in USA, this club is bigger than just a football club. This club is about nation building. This club, it's a movement. How people get angry if we don't win, equally the same. How people get happy when we win. Then you start to put in the context that this club is not only about us playing a football match in the field of play. It's a happiness index, and that's exactly the words that were echoed in my ears when I first arrived here.
Three o'clock game, driving to the stadium. You see the traffic, you see supporters already making their way to the stadium.
Today is the day. We can't sleep up. We can't disappoint our supporters. You know, you could feel that tension, just that the atmosphere. You understand? And then now getting into the bus, driving. You look left, you look right. It's the streets are packed. It's our supporters are there in numbers.
When we got into the stadium, same. You know, people outside packed.
You can see how our supporters are there in numbers. Our supporters, they just give us that extra boost to say, gents, we are here. Are you guys here?
They have to feel that it will be heat, it will be hot for them. It's a heat now in the stadium. This is the right moment, this is the right moment, guys. Take it,
Coming to the dressing room, you know already when it's in the dressing room, it's just the energy in the changing room already. It gives you that to say, hi, James, when we leave this dressing room, we'll leave everything there. If you have to break your nose or lose a teeth or something, you have to. It's just the atmosphere in the dressing room is just something else.
I don't think we can lose this because you can just hear the positivity from the guys that they are prepared for this because they know, they work with the guys, they work together for the week. Personally, I was a little bit nervous because you know, as they say in football, the ball is round. Anything can happen, and poor Obert is fighting for their lives as well.
Guys, we keep everything here. We keep our guys.
A 14-year wait for league honours, and the equation could not be simpler. Win and lift the Betway Premiership trophy later today in front of a packed house in Mpumalanga's capital. Anything less against desperate relegation-threatened Orbit College, and the status quo remains. The Mamelodi Sundowns retain. Daba, Moremi, darting forward. Mufokeng.
I noticed early, and I told Sihle that the pitch is not so good. You could see it was a bit bumpy, it was a bit sticky. Even though from on top, it looks like a top pitch, but you see the rugby lines, you start to feel like, okay, maybe the rugby affected the pitch, but once the pitch is like that, it's never going to be a smooth game.
Otherwise, they have a fairly good record on the final day. Now, this is promising. Still makes its way through to Moremi. Mufokeng grazes the outside of the upright.
To be honest, Obert is not giving us that threat to say, no, they're going to score. But we are there. It shows that Paris want to score, and they want an early goal.
Mufokeng going through, perhaps, I wouldn't call it a slump, but he certainly hasn't been providing and contributing, at least in terms of goals, as much recently.
But, nothing is opening up. It's not happening. Nothing is getting there. Now you are sitting on the bench. You are also pushing there to say, hey, guys, let's just calm, man. Just a bit, man. Just because I feel like we wanted to wrap up the game too early, but that door wasn't opening up just for us to enter, to get that first goal. It wasn't. I'm like, nee, maar waar is a chance? Waar is...
In that match, I thought we played the most productive lineup of our team. When we play the 3-10s and we play Mbutuma as a central 9. That's when the analysis say we're very productive. We create chances, we score, we win matches. But when I saw the chances that we got, I think we had one clear chance and we never took it.
That was very clever there from Mbutuma, realizing that the angle is very awkward and there is a player.
That's brilliant from Apollos. Moremi! Oh, he's put it over the top.
When Moremi missed that chance, I just thought, here we go again. Are we going to be unlucky again? I mean, we're having chances, and Moremi's chance was quite clear.
Apollos creating a glorious opportunity for Moremi. That's when Apollos inching towards 60 chances created.
And as I'm standing up, I even went to stand outside for 5 minutes just to get my breath back. And one of the players came out and said, hey man, don't be nervous, we're winning this game. And we went back, watched the game.
In it comes, Archer, and tossed the post as well.
So we knew it's not going to be an easy encounter. You still have a fresh memory of at Durban City going to a low block and how we struggled to really find our chances.
Well, if that had gone in, you would have said to yourself, maybe it's not meant to be for a side that haven't conceded from a corner all season.
As the game went on, then we started being anxious to a point where we stopped talking to each other. And we were just looking at the game and trying to find how we're gonna get a goal, and hey, we can't go to halftime without scoring, and the nerves of guys, come on, we can't, and we have to find a way.
I know, I remembered I called Talent, Relay, and Ozzy. Ozzy's, you speak Afrikaans, ne? Ek sê, Butame bro, kijk, the game is daar, man. Maar ik zei, ik voel het, ons haast Bikkie man. Kom eens relaxen dat Bikkie man, Buddha. Because I know man, Ozzy is someone who can change a game very fast, you understand? The same with Rele also, you understand? So I'm like, kom eens relax dat Bikkie man. Hij goes al komen man, kom eens relax dat Bikkie. Hey, jiggy. We get a set piece.
Amoremis put it in. No! Haven't dealt with that at all.
Tepang puts in a good ball in a great area. Talent is in a good position. The keeper tries to go around and above Talent. And I have to give credit to Talent because he made sure that the keeper can't go through him. If you can't go through a player, you have to try to go around. And him, by doing that, it put him in a position where he punches the ball into his own net.
Look at that. Yep. Well, Talenton Bata was 2 inches away from scoring that.
There we go, we have our first goal. Then the feeling of the start of the game is back in our supporters. Then the feeling of, okay, they now give their usual support of singing and making sure that the players feel appreciated.
And you could see the relief from the guys in there, like, they were confident, but you could see, now it's one. We can't lose now. Guys were saying, these guys will never score. We are too strong at the back, they will never score.
Okay, people can say, it was an error from the goalkeeper, an own goal. But for the keeper to make an error, it's pressure also, you understand? Pressure is coming. The keeper made a lot of saves also before halftime, you know, and before he got the goal.
And I tell Sisha, I'm like, hey, we need the second goal here because we don't want the game to go long with this 1-0 because now it creates tension also. They will get a corner here, they will get a free kick there, then anything can happen. As was the case in the first half, because before we got our own goal, they had a corner, it gave us a scare. Sipo tried to go out, the ball was too good, he was in no man's land. The ball almost went into an empty net, but you don't want those smaller chances to get them into the game.
Halftime, we're in the changing room. I'll never forget this day, bro. It was just something. It was crazy. It was crazy, to be honest.
Then when we get this ball, they play opposite side.
Before the technical team even says something, the TD came into the changing room. It was the first time, to be honest, to see our TD in the changing room. He came, guns was blazing, angry, tempo is high. He said, gents, no one speaks, quiet. This is not Orlando Pirates that I know. You guys know you are not in a good position to shoot at goals, but you guys are shooting. Why? What's happening? I don't want someone to be a hero today. No, I want Pirates, the Pirates we know, the guys who are sharing, you understand, sharing the balls. But what I'm seeing here, it's just, you understand. But, I stood up also, you understand. The coach wanted to leave. But luckily we were there just to tell him, Coach, you have to stand here and speak. This is your team.
Tonight, the difference between our feet. Bring some color. It's not shouting like that that we bring. It's calm. Because what happened? If we are going I can shout with you. If I'm going to shout now, we're going in the second half, it will be worse because he will start to lose. So we need composure. We need, please, some calm. Okay, first of all, the first thing, calm.
This season has been the most difficult for me to manage, especially the halftime. To manage the coach, like I said, is North African, is French, but very honest. When that moment happened, coach being the coach, he was ready to leave. Now here's me trying to manage the situation with the players. Here's me trying to manage the coach, who was already leaving, walking into the back room, trying to make some sense. I'm also not very sober because I'm emotionally glued into the game. That was the most difficult time, trying to play this saint and making peace while I'm also not peaceful.
When TD was finished speaking and the coach was done speaking, I said to them, gents, we're gonna do this for us as players. Let's go back there and get the second goal and just win this title. Let's not worry about what happened here now. It's gone. Let's just do this for ourselves and that's it.
We go into the second half. We start the second half very well. Now you could see the players are playing with more freedom, with more flow.
Game is not done and dusted yet, and there's been a change to the dynamic of the day, with Magesi having scored against Richards Bay. As it stands, Orbit College will be automatically relegated. Oh, and things get far worse for them.
It was chaos where we were sitting. I can imagine the supporters beneath us and above us. I could actually hear the stadium shaking. You know, we were sitting. It was shaking. People running up and down the corridor outside, and we did it, you know. Players were so excited. They were already prepared to go to the field. With 20 minutes to go, and I had to say, no, guys, relax. You know what I mean? Relax.
Putting his body on the line to make sure that Stellenbosch doesn't get any some sort of opportunity. I don't think there was some sort of danger here. You can see trying to toe poke it with the goalkeeper Coleman that is way outside of his post.
Then we go through the game, and Mariko gets in. He also gets his touches in. You'd have your DH.
Yeah, for me, when I came on, I just feel, I just want to thank, I don't know, what must I thank? Must I thank the coaches? Oh God, because for me, to be honest, I wasn't gonna sit here now today, to be honest, if I wasn't given the minutes that I got on that day. I don't feel I was gonna sit here today doing this interview with you guys. I wasn't gonna be here, to be honest, if I didn't get the minutes that I got. Yeah, because I've been here long enough and I've played my part. You understand where the club is also. So I'm just grateful that I really got those minutes that I got in the second half.
That takes the free kick quickly. Now Dion Hotto receiving from Masangani. Namibia gets a big roll. There's Mupukeng.
I knew already what I was going to do. It's something that was already in my mind. For me, it was just a message that I wanted to send to the supporters of Orlando Pirates. The love they've given me. Yeah, that moment, I know when the ball came there, I knew that I need to get this ball and I need to make that sign. Because this sign will always be with me, whether I'm here or I'm not gonna be part of the team next season.
It was just a memorable day, and you start to see the flags at the stadium. For us, a perfect day, perfect scenario.
Then with like 15 minutes to go, I said, guys, let's go. Let's go and experience the moment when the referee blows that whistle. And as we walked out, the referee when we just got onto the field, the referee blew the whistle. I don't know if you can imagine someone carrying 10 bags of cement on their back. After the whistle, it was like the bags were gone. It was like a load was taken off. Yes, they were sitting on the floor. It was, I'm done. I've done my job. My job is done. I've ticked my box. My bucket list, there's one thing out in my bucket list. After everything, the hard work, the long hours, the meetings, the tiredness, the seeing players on off days, going with players to hospital has paid off. All that was forgotten at that moment. And as you know, it was pandemonium. Friends looking for their friends, guys looking for their coach. The technical guys obviously went to the coach and said, Coach, you did it. They are happy, they're overjoyed. They've done something that, remember, not a lot of people in South Africa or the world will experience, to win a treble. People must remember that. And if you look at it, you can even say it's a quadruple if you count the Carling Black Label Cup. You cannot, who else can say they've won a treble? Think about it. Not lots of people can say it. And their names are written down in history now. They've won a treble by no favors of no one, by hard work, belief, and keeping a family unit together. And that's what mattered to them.
Yeah, my flag, whenever I'm with my flag, I always, for me, it's carrying my Namibian flag. It's just to give hope for the kids back home to say, I'm here, I'm doing it. If I can make it, you guys can also make it, you understand? It's funny, man. The guy who's always at Orlando, having the Namibian flag, I don't know that guy. I went to the guy. I said, hey, how are you? No, I'm fine. Hey, where are you from? The guy says, no, I'm from Soweto. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm asking, where did you get the flag? He says, no, I had to find this flag, bro. You are my player. I love you. Not from Pirates now, no. I know you from Arrow's time. Arrow's time. I've been following your journey. I'm like, yo. Bruh, that guy, I do everything for that guy. Everything. When we travel, doesn't matter where we are, I make sure he's there. You will see the Namibian flag. I know it's him, he's there.
When Lucky Lekwate handed BC the trophy, it brought back memories. Oh, it really and truly brought back memories. Him lifting the last league in the last trophy when we were in Durban. I always used to tease him. You need to jump more to get your biceps bigger to lift the trophy. You know, just prior to him going there, I was chatting to him and I was teasing him and telling him, "Hey, how's the biceps? How's the biceps?" And he made a joke and he said, "Ah, it's BC's turn now. It's no longer mine." You know, and when he gave that, it just brought back a lot. You know what I mean? 14 years ago, this happened. I remember very well when we won the league that year. I still have a photo of it. I was with Senzo. So that brought back a memory, yeah.
I think as I'm lifting this trophy, it's a obviously history at Lapo. I be two supporters at the stadium, but we never supporter. But what I got 2 years, 14 years ago. So we three, it's an obvious. It's an now. Then I give it imparting your parents that win a league 2026. Mufukionality, he was there, and he also did it. Obviously, number one, kids is a chairman. Because season ye fitile nye nitlamneketsa mae and then I'm just I can not masoga you win a league. I can not masoga you win a league. So and I can chairman Pumi specifically can I feel like him say PC ngore ke tlo win a league. I got to win a league kana wa ntsamisa because nka tsamaya mo ke sna league ka re ne ke le siyo nka wa tsona ke a fitla and then ke a tsamaya e ka re I was all nix, ki win net bank, okay, MTN sharp, mara important guy. So it was between legally careful and the game just sorry, get low win a one. And then after you, I think I can now release because Gasta my fella, keep a lot of my something. So yeah, kids it's mostly. Number one person it is
Just hold on, sorry, I need to just to get something here. This medal here, I always wanted this medal because I have all the domestic cups. I have them all. But this one, I never had this one. And I'm just grateful the Lord granted me this medal with this institution, Orlando Pirates. I don't know, man. Words can't describe this feeling, you understand?
You could see the emotion on some of the technical team members' faces. I mean, for like I always tease them and I say, Tigers don't cry. And some guys were crying and I said, now you're a cat. Do you know what I mean? You're no longer a tiger. And you know, just to get them to laugh a little bit or something like that. And guys were sitting on the floor crying. I mean, guys that I didn't expect can cry were crying. But I mean, you could see the emotion. I mean, for people don't understand why you're crying because you won a league.
I hardly get emotional, but on the day I was emotional. A historic moment. Not only for me, it was not only about the trophy. It was about Pirates restoring belief in the country, in our supporters. It was about us as a team honoring the history of this club. It was about the wisdom of crowds, our management taking a risk by giving so many youngsters opportunities, benefiting other teams and benefiting the national team. It was about the club sending a statement in the South African football that Orlando Pirates, we are a happiness index of millions of South Africans. Never understood it before, but now I do.
For us to go over the line in the manner that we did in the stadium that we first won the cup in at the start of the season and finish it off there, it was just theatre, man. And kudos to everyone at the club, the supporters. And we have had many losses during the season, not only from the players' side. We lost a big supporter, Obabu Makalanjalo, and may his soul rest in peace. We've lost family members as a squad. You have Daniel who lost his small baby. You have Sitlo who lost his brother. You have Tsepo when he was still here, who had also lost his unborn baby. I lost a brother. So there's been many things throughout the season. We've had the injuries, we've had the accident.
Timitsaka, khale re fighta, khale re lwanela, khale re batla nthwena. Khale re tswa number 2, re lla, re tseya, re tswa hole. I think ke etsetsa bona mostly ke etsetsa bona cause khale re sweta kaofela, re pushana, gyming re rayana, re lwana, re tseya, re fetile nthong tse ngata. Ha re lwana re tsa di-braai, re tsa di-team building, just to re fela re win a league. So I think re ntse ntho tse ngata for re fitle positioning re leng yona.
To be at where we are now, it all makes it all worth it. We've had disagreements with our own supporters. At times, they also probably were swearing at us. To go through all of that and at the end of it have 3 trophies makes it all worth it.
If you see the jubilant supporters, people confirming that you really nisenza abantu. So it means all these years they never felt the pride of being supporters of Orlando Pirates. So for me, it's a bigger statement of putting perspective that we're not only a big club by name. I hope those that make those statements, we are a bigger club that has got a rich history that is related into the society of South Africans. That Pirates is like a movement, an organization that was embedded so that all people that are not happy should align themselves into the setup. I'm just happy that we have recreated a foundation around the society that says you can associate with Orlando Pirates because Orlando Pirates will associate with you. It's a happy moment for me and a very emotional moment because now if you were to say leave Orlando Pirates, I will live with pride that at least there's something to show for.
Kan je bij je zijn niet, man? Ik kan niet. Ik is niet dankbaar, man. Ik is bijna dankbaar for the chairman, you know, for believing in me. Because I remember 5 years ago, the chairman said to me, Otto, I know your journey. You are here now, my boy. I'm gonna change your life. And yo, he did change my life, to be honest. My chairman did. He did change my life. And I'm grateful, and that it's gonna be with me forever, you know. Not just with me, with the people back home in Namibia. My family, the ones that are connected to my destiny, they will always cherish his badge. They will, always. Once and always.
So Pirates are gonna win the league, not because of one own goal, because of two.
I like how the knives become sharper for any decisions that are against Orlando Pirates. If you remember correctly, I don't think in the PSL is the first time you see 2 own goals in one match. You saw it against Welele versus Sundowns, but nobody's talking about it. For the first time, you saw Welele conceding 7 goals, something that has never happened to them in their history, but on the day it happened. I saw it with Kaizer Chiefs, I think they played Amazulu. I saw 2 own goals. Why is it such a big issue if it happens with Pirates? Again, it goes back to me how much people want to see Pirates failing. Equally the same. There's a lot of people that support Pirates, but you must be aware that while you are succeeding, some people don't want you to succeed.
The scoreline says 2-0. It doesn't say 2 own goals, eh? It says 2-0. So Pirates won 2-0. And we fought for the own goals. I mean, the own goals were not given to us. It was genuine mistakes from the players. So we deserve to win it. I mean, no matter what people say.
For me, I just see hatred for the big institution, which I understand. We have not won in 14 years. Some people have been dominating for years, and all of a sudden you see how the Pirates have grown. We're coming from Sundowns were leading, I think they finished the season 24 points ahead of us. In the following season, it went to 12. And now you win the league. Listen, nobody's going to be happy.
A league is a marathon, and people will only look at the last game and judge us over the last 2 games, where you have your Durban City game where everyone expected us to win, we draw, and then you have an Orbit game where we win with 2 own goals. But then they forget the 28 games before that.
For me, I just remember the words of our coach when he came to this club. I remember him saying, for us to win this league, we will go until the last second. The last second.
This year, we want to go to win. This moment we saw down that they're playing 7 years. They're first. We want to go forward. We cannot accept this.
I remember when we played the Durban City game. After that match, it was Saturday. Tuesday, we came to training. He said to me, Otto, do you remember what I said about the league? He asked me, what do you remember? I said, the last second. He gave me his hand. He said, okay, thank you. The last second.
There's games where we found resolve and we found a way and we got the points. Us will never forget those games. We played Sundowns in Pretoria. We were 1-0 down. A young Cameron Tenson scores a wonderful of a goal. We get to equalize 1-1. The games I've alluded to, the Orbit game at home, CM scores a volley. The Richards Bay game, CM scores a goal outside the box. The Siwelele game, Police. There's many games that we've played. Even in the Cups, Bogas scored a wonderful goal at Orlando, a 1-0 win where things were not going so well for us in the game.
And if I can remember well, I don't know which camp was it. It was a camp in Rustenburg. I said to the guys, we just planted a seed, but we have to remember, not everything is going to be sweet. There will be sour days, but we need to stick together. Yeah, today, we are sitting here. There. It took hard work and unity. Not just us, the ones that left.
You have Olisa, you have Ethan, you have Etsejo, you have Tsepo, Masholwane. He played the first 2 games of the league and he was part of us in Spain. So there's many elements. Karim left us early, but he was part of us in Spain. Even Kota briefly at the start.
Bogazi, Kwahiba, all those ones, understand? They are part of this also.
It's a long journey and a long journey of many sacrifices, not only by the players, by the technical staff, by the club management, by the people working at the club, the security guard, the people who cook for us. So this is not only now the success is here, people tend to forget all of that. We have to remember all of those sacrifices. We have to remember all of those games. You must remember this was also not only this year. This has been coming.
For me, it's just an achievement about the vision of a club, a vision of an institution, a vision of people who love football, a vision of people who draw a project of a big club. And inside this project, there are resources. Resources are the players, the technical staff, the members of the club, the board, the management. All these resources are working daily.
This club has been pushing. These players have been fighting. And now to take all of their hard work and diminish it by trying to find fault and trying to punch holes into the success that they've attained, it's just a pity. But there's one thing that I know. We've enjoyed these victories and we've celebrated them. And we will continue to do so because we know it took blood, sweat, and tears to be where we are. And no one can take that away from us.